This video features an audio excerpt from the Mahanirvana Tantra, or Tantra of the Great Liberation, in which Lord Shiva discourses on the knowledge of the spirit and union with God, which brings moksha, or liberation, from rebirth. Mahamaya, whatever thou hast asked for the good of men, who act with a view to the fruits of action, I have answered all this in detail. Men cannot live without such actions, even for half a moment. Even when men are unwilling, they are, in spite of themselves, drawn by the whirlwind of action. By action men enjoy happiness, and by action again they suffer pain. They are born, they live, and they die, the slaves of action. It is for this that I have spoken of various kinds of action, such as sadhana and the like, for the guidance of the intellectually weak in the paths of righteousness, and that they may be restrained from wicked acts. There are two kinds of action, good and evil. The effect of evil action is that men suffer acute pain. And, O Devi, those who do good acts, with minds intent on the fruits thereof, go to the next world, and come back again to this, chained by their action. Therefore men will not attain final liberation, even at the end of 100 kalpas, so long as action, whether good or evil, is not destroyed. As a man is bound, be it by a gold or iron chain, so he is bound by his action, be it good or evil. So long as a man has not real knowledge, he does not attain final liberation, even though he be in the constant practice of religious acts and 100 austerities. The knowledge of the wise, from whom the darkness of ignorance is removed, and whose souls are pure, arises from the performance of duty without expectation of fruit or reward, and by constant meditation on the Brahman. He who knows that all which is in this universe, from Brahma to a blade of grass, is but the result of Maya, and that the Brahman is the one and supreme truth, has this. That man is released from the bonds of action who, renouncing name and form, has attained to complete knowledge of the essence of the eternal and immutable Brahman. Liberation does not come from japa, homa, or 100 fasts. Man becomes liberated by the knowledge that he himself is Brahman. Final liberation is attained by the knowledge that the Atma is the witness, is the truth, is omnipresent, is one, free from all eluding distractions of self and not self, the supreme, and though abiding in the body, is not in the body. All imagination of name, form, and the like are but the play of a child. He who put away all this, sets himself in firm attachment to the Brahman, is, without doubt, liberated. If the image imagined by the mind were to lead to liberation, then undoubtedly men would be kings by virtue of such kingdoms as they gain in their dreams. Those who in their ignorance believe that Ishvara is only in images made of clay, or stone, or metal, or wood, merely trouble themselves by their tapas. They can never attain liberation without knowledge. Can men attain final liberation by restriction in food, be they ever so thin thereby, or by uncontrolled indulgence, be they ever so gross therefrom, unless they possess the knowledge of Brahman? If by observance of vrata, to live on air, leaves of trees, bits of grain, or water, final liberation may be attained, then snakes, cattle, birds, and aquatic animals should all be able to attain final liberation. Brahma Sadbhava is the highest state of mind. Dhyana Bhava is middling. Stuti and Japa is the last, and external worship is the lowest of all. Yoga is the union of the embodied soul and the Supreme Soul. Puja is the union of the worshipper and the worshipped. But he who realizes that all things are Brahman, for him there is neither yoga nor puja. For him who possesses the knowledge of Brahman, the supreme knowledge, of what use are japa, yajna, tapas, niyama, and vrata? He who sees the Brahman, who is truth, knowledge, bliss, and the One, is by his very nature one with the Brahman. Of what use to him are puja, dhyana, and dharana? For him who knows that all is Brahman, there is neither sin nor virtue, neither heaven nor future birth. There is none to meditate upon, nor one who meditates. The soul which is detached from all things is ever liberated. What can bind it? From what do fools desire to be liberated? He abides in this universe, the creation of his powers of illusion, which even the devas cannot pierce. He is seemingly in the universe, but not in it. The Spirit, the eternal witness, is in its own nature like the void, which exists both outside and inside all things, and which has neither birth nor childhood, nor youth nor old age, but is the eternal intelligence, which is ever the same, knowing no change or decay. It is the body which is born, matures, and decays. Men enthralled by illusion, seeing this, understand it not. As the sun, though one and the same, when reflected in different platters of water, appears to be many, so by illusion the one soul appears to be many in the different bodies in which it abides. As when water is disturbed, the moon which is reflected in it appears to be disturbed, so when the intelligence is disturbed, ignorant men think that it is the soul which is disturbed. As the void inside a jar remains the same ever after the jar is broken, so the soul remains the same after the body is destroyed. The knowledge of the Spirit, O Devi, is the one means of attaining final liberation, and he who possesses it is verily, yes, verily, liberated in this world, even yet whilst living. There is no doubt of that. Neither by acts, nor by begetting offspring, nor by wealth is man liberated. It is by the knowledge of the Spirit, by the Spirit that man is liberated. It is the Spirit that is dear to all. There is nothing dearer than the Spirit, O Shiva. It is by the unity of spirits that men become dear to one another. Knowledge, objective knowledge, and the knower appear by illusion to be three different things. But if careful discrimination is made, spirit is found to be the sole residuum. Knowledge is spirit in the form of intelligence. The object of knowledge is spirit, whose substance is intelligence. The knower is the spirit itself. He who knows this knows the spirit. I have now spoken of knowledge, which is the true cause of final liberation. This is the most precious possession of the four classes of avadutas. Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video, hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and feel free to ask me any question in the comment section below. Due to the sacred nature of these videos, I would prefer to keep them ad-free. Please help me to do that by clicking the Patreon link in the description box below and make a donation to this channel. Or buy me a coffee with the Ko-fi tip jar link. PayPal is accepted. Every dollar counts. Thank you for your support.